Hey Kiren, Connor here with Handy Toyota. Surge had an interest in one of our 2014.5 Camry hybrids. So I'm just going to take a few minutes. We got the Camry SE Limited right here, the hybrid model. I'm just going to take a few minutes and run over the key features with you. So what's under the hood of this hybrid is we're going to have our 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine, just like you would in any other Camry. We're also going to have an electric motor to take over whenever that gas-powered engine just needs a little rest. Essentially, it's going to do everything automatically. Whenever that battery's charged up, it's going to run in the electric mode whenever it can to save you all the fuel that it can. And it's actually going to give you a little bit extra power as well. You know, as contrary to popular belief, most people say that hybrids are, you know, a little more sluggish. They're a fuel economy car. But in this case, it's actually going to add a little bit of power, all while maintaining a little bit better gas mileage as well. It's also going to come with a CVT transmission to make those gear shifts a lot smoother and to help with that gas mileage as well. So right on the front of the vehicle, we're going to have the projector beam headlights. They're going to be a lot better for visibility at night, both for the driver and the oncoming traffic. And we've also got the fog lights built right in as well. That's going to come standard on the SE models. And now for the wheels, we're going to have 16-inch alloy wheels. Now alloy wheels are going to be a lot lighter than your average steel wheels, but they're also going to be more compact as well. So that again is going to help you with the gas mileage, making the vehicle a little bit lighter. It's going to make the handling a little better as well. And now the brakes in every hybrid model that we make are actually going to be power brakes. Essentially what that's going to do is they're going to be power assisted to brake a lot quicker. And every time you use those brakes, it's going to recharge that electric battery for you. So you never have to do any kind of charging on your own. It's going to do it all by itself in the Camry. So for the trunk space of the SE Limited Hybrid, it's going to be just like your average Camry with all the trunk space that they usually come with. And there's also going to be the second battery back here. So not only do we have the battery up front, so if you ever need to jump start the car, which most times you don't with the hybrids, we still got the accessible battery in the back here. It's just a little bit easier to get to than trying to look under the hood if you're not exactly, you know, automotive savvy. And now this seat folds down just a little bit. Most hybrid models don't offer this feature. But this one's going to fold down. As you can see here, it's going to fold down just like that. It's going to open up this little area here. So it's good for anything that you need to, you know, put through the back, your ski poles or anything like that. It's going to fit in here just perfect. As far as both seats folding down, that's something that most hybrids haven't been able to come up with yet, but this is definitely a step in the right direction. So I'm between 5'7" and 5'8", and as you can see here, I got plenty of leg room in the back. This seat's almost back as far as it can go. And as far as the seats, we're going to have all leather seats except for just the middle of it. It's going to have that sport fabric material. It's kind of a common thing Toyota's been doing recently. They've been doing a lot of two-tone interior designs. But not only that, we're going to have the armrest for the people in the back with the two cup holders as well. And you're also going to get all power windows and power door locks. And the Camry comes standard with 10 standard airbags. That's a lot more than any other midsize sedan out there. I think the next one after us is probably 7 or 8. So this one tops it by at least 2. And being a hybrid model, not only is it going to get you great fuel mileage, but it's also going to be one of the safest midsize sedans on the road. So for the head unit, we're going to have an extremely versatile head unit. It's going to be all touchscreen. Now I'm on the home setting right here, or the home portion of it. That's going to give us our 3 different displays. It's going to give us our audio. It's going to show us whatever we're listening to without having to switch the screen around a bunch. It's going to show us our phone connectivity, and then also the navigation screen. It's going to come built in with the destinations. You can pretty much do everything you would, and just like a normal Garmin that you'd buy to put in your vehicle, you can do that right on the dash. And as I'd mentioned about the phone connection, this is going to be a Bluetooth compatible head unit. So if you have a phone or MP3 device that is Bluetooth compatible, you can sync it up, make phone calls, play music right through the Camry itself instead of having to dig through your phone. Now for the audio, we have AM, FM just like you would in any normal car, but we also have the Bluetooth audio as I just mentioned. Then you get a free 90-day subscription to XM radio. Then you can add on to that at any time. Also we have the apps portion of it. So whenever you have your phone hooked up, actually you don't even have to have your phone hooked up for a few of these. You're going to be able to go into the navigation settings, your phone settings. You can check your messages if your phone's paired up. The eco settings are all here, and it's actually going to give you predicted traffic and weather updates as well. It's going to kind of try and get you to A to B a lot quicker than most traffic. And then we have our maintenance settings. Now you can set them yourself, or you can bring it to a Toyota dealership and have a service writer do this, but you can set all the different mileage timings as far as engine oil, oil filter, rotation, all of the regular maintenance you would do to your vehicle. You can set them right here on the vehicle, and it's going to set you a reminder for whenever it gets close to having to change any of it. So as I mentioned before about that backup cam, I just wanted to show you what that's all about. Whenever I throw it down into reverse, we're going to have that projected path of what's behind us. With that little red indicator, it's going to let us know when we're getting a little too close to something. Now for the climate center, we actually have a dual zone climate center. So you can set each side of the vehicle to a certain temperature, and it's going to put out that much heat. And then you also have the auto setting. So if I want to set it to 78 degrees and it's not quite at 78 degrees yet, press the auto button, and it's going to adjust the fan and everything to get to that point. Now it's already 78 degrees in this vehicle. It's been running just a little bit, so it's actually going to cut the fan off. And as soon as it senses that temperature is going below 78, it's going to kick that fan on and make it, bring it right back up to that temperature for you. And then to shut that off, all you got to do is hit the off button. And right below that, just I forgot to mention earlier, Toyota does a thing now where they have heated outside mirrors. So whenever you press this button in here, this is actually the rear defrost button. Whenever you use your rear defrost, it's going to heat up those outside mirrors for you, break away any ice or anything that's kind of stuck on there overnight. You know how hard they can be in Vermont winters overnight, all the ice and everything. Now we have a couple different storage compartments here. And down in here we have the USB and auxiliary port plug-in. So not only is it Bluetooth capable, but we're going to be able to plug in our auxiliary port and our USB. And it's probably kind of hard to see it through that camera view, but there's a 12-volt plug-in right up in here. Just so it's just like your average car charger port station, any kind of car compatible charging device is going to be able to plug right into that. Any other outlets, it's going to be a little bit different. And then right below that we have these two buttons called Eco Mode and EV Mode. Now Eco Mode, that's basically going to come on whenever you're driving in the gas proportion of it. Essentially what it's going to do, it's going to keep those RPMs down, keep them from revving up too high. It's going to save you fuel on the gas portion of the vehicle. And then if you want to choose to drive in electric mode instead of letting the car do it for you automatically, whenever the battery's charged, you can hit EV mode, and it's going to run just about as long as it can on that electric motor before it has to start charging it up. And it's never going to let it go below the point where it's actually going to kill the battery. It's going to shut it off before that and start recharging it. Now here we have our two cup holders, another little storage device here, and that's going to have that other 12-volt plug-in. So not only do we have one 12-volt plug-in, but we actually got two for the driver and the passenger. And then for our storage unit here, we got a pretty big old storage unit, especially for, you know, a mid-sized sedan. I'm trying to think, you could probably fit a whole pineapple in there. That's how big these things are. And then right above us, on the SE Limited Edition, we're going to have the sunroof with the shade on it as well, and that's going to be all power. So you can actually pop up just the, well, that's actually going to open the whole thing. As you can see, it's all one touch. And then as I had just mentioned before, you can just pop up the back about 2 or 3 inches to get the ventilation going through. The steering wheel itself is going to have a couple different functions. First off, it's going to be tilt telescopic. Now what that means is you're going to be able to pull it out and move it up. I usually like to have it right above my knees up against the dash, but if you like to have it out and more up, if you're a bit of a taller driver, it's going to be compatible to that as well. And then as far as these little buttons here, these are going to control all the head unit controls right here, the volume, the different sources, switching through the different settings. And we're also going to have the phone settings here over on the right, with the voice recognition button. So like I had said, if you press that button in and say call so-and-so in your contacts, that's all you got to do, and it's going to make that phone call without having to reach for your phone or anything like that. And it's now against the law to use any handheld devices while you're driving, so this is going to make it, it's kind of going to be that foolproof way to get around that and just use it, you know, without being pulled over. So right down here, this little screen, right up in the dash underneath the speedometer, that's what I like to call the hybrid screen. It's going to show you all the different drivability you know, settings as you're driving. So if I hit this little display button here, it's going to show us the cruising range, how much longer you got to go until it's going to be out of fuel. Now this tank is actually less than 3/4 full, and it's still got over 450 miles left on it. I think with just over half a tank of any other, you know, regular gas vehicle, you're going to be right around 200. So it's giving you a bunch more there. It even tells you the average speed, how long you've been driving. It's giving you the eco levels, the miles per gallon and whatnot. And then while you're driving, it's actually going to show you what's being used. It's going to show you if it's using the engine or the battery, and it's going to show it when it's charging as well. Now this vehicle is on, it's running right now, and it's dead silent because it's using the electric portion of it. And even when I go to throw it into drive, it's still going to be in that electric mode, and I can actually start to move and drive around a little bit. And then as I start to go, it's actually going to kick that gas-powered motor on, So it's going to start using that once it's at a cruising speed. And that's how a hybrid works. So Kiren again, I'm Connor here at Handy Toyota, and just showed you some of the cool features on our 2014.5 SE Limited Hybrid Camry. So if you have any questions or want to set up a time, come down and check it out. My direct line is 802-528-2252, or just stop in and say hello whenever you get the chance. Thank you.